Hello, YouTube and fellow resellers. My name is Kevin, the Stoic Reseller, and I'm back at you with a what sold, metrics, and the third report on if eBay is scalable. So, last week, or actually, if you're new here, let me start there because some of you are new, some of you are old, and some of you are just plain tired like me. So, if you're new here, I buy and sell new and used clothing. I sell on Poshmark and eBay. I use random software. I do a lot of tests. I'm in the middle of one right now to test if eBay is still scalable, which preliminary results you'll find out. So, let's jump into this. Guys, also, if you're into this kind of content, you're interested to see how next level eBay and, I guess Poshmark now is, like, subscribe, comment below, share my videos with friends and family. Let's get right into it. So, let's pull up last week's totals. You can see here I sold a total of 97 items with 126 sold. My total net profit was 848.03 and my average profit per item was 874. I'm going to pull up today's and you're going to see something interesting. So the last 2 weeks were non-promoted. Actually, I hadn't promoted since like December, beginning of December. The interesting thing though with this is the last 2 weeks specifically, I've listed 126 items total. And you'll see that the total net profit is roughly the same. And I don't really know if this is what to expect moving forward. This week, I'm listing 24 per day, except for Monday because my weeks go from Monday to Monday. So it's going to be a little awkward. I'm going to be about 6 short of the next goal. But it's going to be 24 a day, which is another 33% increase, which will, in effect, double my overall listings per day since before the test. I was listing about 12 a day before increasing it to 18 for 2 weeks and then going to 24. And I'll be 24 at least for another week. And then I'm going to take a break from weekly sourcing and do it every other week and then get back to the weekly sourcing. So, with that said, let's look at what we did. So eBay had 12 additional sales week over week. The average sales price went up about a little less than $1, but we sold $2,086.18 worth of items. I did not adjust my cost of goods. That's shame on me. It's been a busy last few days, and trying to figure out how to get 24 listings up is kind of difficult. To be fair, it's when you're drastically changing your current method, and then now my wife is working for the business. It's interesting to try to figure out how to manipulate the processes to make it more efficient. That's what I live for, and I can't wait to continue to do that. What is this number? I don't even know where that number came from. So bear with me on that. I think it went down on this last thrift trip. So anyways, you can see my average sales cost went up to 29%. It's been gradually raising up a little bit. And I think that's just because it's a percentage based on my average sales price. And as my average sales price comes down, because I've been selling a ton of stuff under $20, it's been kind of nice. Those are the items that have been, kind of keeping the engine going, sort of say. But anyways, that all led up to a total net profit on eBay last week of $570.58, only 27.35% of my total sales. That is very low, and I'm not sure if that's ever going to get better. Just putting that out there. On Poshmark, we had 38 sales, a reduction of 9. The interesting thing with Poshmark this last week was I was getting a ton of offers. The problem is I've been getting a lot of lowball offers, and it's been really bad. Like, some of these people are atrocious. I also had 2 cases opened on Poshmark. They were kind of both false, in my opinion. One was denied by Poshmark because, unlike eBay, they don't really allow returns at all. So it's a case-by-case basis, and it has to be malfeasance by the seller. The one case was the buyers claiming that the extra small jacket was a men's extra small, not a women's extra small, when the tag clearly stated women's extra small. Um, it was interesting to read the comments. It is what it is. The other one was my fault. I shipped the wrong item, and I don't know what happened there, to be honest with you. I asked the buyer to cancel the return, and I would just mail out the other pair of shorts. They said, yeah, that'd be great, and they never canceled it, and then it got approved. So their loss, because the shorts will sell again. I'm not worried about that. But I have a feeling that Poshmark's algorithm has some sort of like ticking time bomb when it comes to like that kind of stuff, just like eBay. Like this week, yesterday actually, I got an INAD, a false INAD. It's kind of comical. I'll probably go over that in a video either tomorrow or Thursday, because I'm going to fight it, and then we're going to track to see if I can get the INAD reversed. And it's actually kind of affected my sales the last 2 days, or at least I believe it has, because there's no reason my sales should have been as low on eBay and Poshmark or eBay as they have been. But moving forward, you can see on Poshmark, I only had 38 sold items for 923 items. Once you factor in all of my costs, that left me a net profit of $263.63 or 28.56%. So quite a bit lower than eBay, which was odd because Poshmark has been trending in the upwards position, nearing 50% of total sales. So yeah, total number of items sold was 100. I listed 126, so my sell-through rate for the week was 79.37. Not too shabby. Obviously, you want this higher. For me, I believe if this is closer to 90%, I'd feel a lot more comfortable. But we're doing a lot of changes to the eBay account, and so I have a feeling that it's going to take a long time to adjust. So this past Monday, and I know this video is a little late, this past Monday I did the last leg of the test, which was increase to 24 and then promote every item that's older than 30 days at 2.1%. So I did all of that, and early results are kind of shit, but it's still early. The algorithm still needs to, I guess, wake up and understand what we're trying to accomplish. And people who think that the algorithm is nothing, you just have to sell better items, you're wrong. There's a lot of data that supports, slowly maneuvering your way up the ladder of sales and getting views and things like that. But all of my metrics are on the up and up, except for sales. And my sales are negatively impacted because of a $700 jacket. So all of the metrics for that are just skewed. It's really frustrating. But last week, those 100 items netted me $834.21 of profit, which is fantastic because I don't know how many of you don't make that at your part-time job every week. And that's after paying taxes on it. Average profit per item was $8.34. Not too shabby. And Poshmark, because some of you like this stat, Poshmark is 30.67% of my sales for last week. As I mentioned, Poshmark has been on the up and up, except for this last week. This last week did feel really weak in the middle of last week. But it did pick up on the weekend. This past weekend was spectacular. I had one of my better weekends I've ever had. So, yeah. So, let's see here. We'll hit the save button on that. I don't want to lose my... Oh, I didn't... What happens if I do that? Whatever. So, let's start over here on... I'm in the wrong tab. That's not the right tab either. I think this is the tab. Yeah, this is the tab. All right. First, we're going to start off with traffic. How is everything going? As you can see here, I started promoting. We're green across the board, except for today's solds. But yeah, well, we're wow, stroke on the camera again. I am so good at doing that. We're gonna pull the 4th through the 10th. So you can see this was the second week of non-promoted, so it's all organic with 18 items per day. This is week over week. This is from the scalability from the prior week, which was also 18 items per day at all organic. So you can see we were up an additional 11.8%. We were up 14% overall with page views. Our quantity sold was 24% higher. Um, this is what's really interesting. Our top 20 search results were 15.2% higher. Rest of search 15% higher, and the non-search impressions marginally up, which is if you're a full organic, no promoted seller, that's the thing you want to see. Now, as you can see, the rest of everything is going up. So you can see that eBay is still scalable. This is obviously the second week, so this is the algorithm understanding what I'm trying to accomplish here. I'm getting more impressions, I'm getting better visibility, and then, to kind of contradict what some of you may be thinking, which is, well, maybe you waited and listed your better stuff. No. Actually, this last week was, I would argue, kind of the back end of my inventory that I maybe should have sprinkled in between the days. We're talking out of season shorts, short sleeves, and just regular shirts. Like I had a couple Under Armour Superman shirts and stuff like that. But anyways, you can see starting off very strong. Now I'm kind of curious if I can see the first. So I need that February 26th. And February 12th. So this is, okay, so you can see here, I increased my listings by 50% or 33% overall. And you can see the page views adjusted right at accordingly. 33% increase. Now, this is comparing to 2 weeks prior, which I was listing 12 per day. So, you would expect a 33% increase. Now, the quantity sold is a bit skewed because the tail end of February was terrible for me. So just disregard that. But you can see here, look at all these other metrics. Everything else is way, way, way better. For some reason, external site views, whatever, those are going to go up naturally now that I promote. But yeah, 35% page views, 72% quantity sold. Guys, eBay is still scalable. I don't care what you think, what you don't think. Now, I do want to express that I believe it also is category specific, meaning I sell only in clothes. If you are in media or something else, maybe collectibles, that's kind of the categories that I've seen the most hit by whatever's going on right now, whether it be economic conditions, whether it be that those categories are not favored by the algorithm, or whatever the situation may be. Clothing, for me, I've experienced it all. I've seen the collapse in 2020. I saw the rise after 2020. It was just wild. The interesting aspect of clothing is that it's going to be evergreen. If tomorrow the markets go crash, die, everything's gone, you have to understand people still want to buy stuff that make them feel good about themselves. There will always be money out there. Even in 2008, the world didn't end. Just people didn't have the money to pay their bills, but they still bought stuff. In 2007, 2008, I worked for Target, and I worked for Target for till 2015, I think. 2016, no, it was right before my son was born that I quit. And I saw the economic down and the recovery. People were still buying stuff. So, you have to understand, if I can get quality items, price it, even if it's lower than what it was normally, if I can get it at a right price and sell at the right price, someone's going to buy it because there's always going to be money out there. And, clothing's an evergreen one. I'm sure there's other stuff out there too, guys. So we just have to, adjust accordingly. So if you agree with this, let me know down in the comment section. If you don't agree, let me also know down in the comment section. I love hearing how much of a crazy person I am because it just reassures me that I'm a crazy person. And I don't think anyone actually says I'm not. But we're going to go into the top 10 solds on eBay. No specific ranking here. We had this Frank and Eileen shirt. It did have a flaw, which I didn't put on there. I noted it down here. Please note the cuff right sleeve has stains inside. No, blah, 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 blah. But Frank and Eileen still great. This sold for, I believe, $42. Brooks Brothers. This is the last item I have from a massive buy at Goodwill. I spent about $11 free, brand new with tags. Brooks Brothers, and they were all kind of like this style. They were all 2 extra large, brand new with tags. They all sold between about $40 and $32. So, in my humble opinion, really good. Um, oh, actually, and then to kind of bring you back to what I've been doing, also as well as increasing the amount of listed items, is I've been ending 20 items, selling similar, adjusting the price down, fixing the shipping, whatever needs to be adjusted, and then, bulk relisting them or selling similar, all of them. And that has been a pretty strong boon. I've been selling a lot of older items that have sat for a while. Guys, this has been in my store for a significant amount of time, and like at least over 5 months. So I'm just happy to see it go. But yeah, guys, Brooks Brothers, even in used condition, you can still get about $25 for this. So Brooks Brothers isn't the worst. This is a new brand. I actually passed up on it on my last thrift trip this last weekend, only because these hadn't sold yet, and maybe looking back, I should have bought them. I should have just trusted my gut. But this brand has very low velocity on eBay. It's I Love Ugly. Here's the logo. The reason I looked it up was when you see these kind of tags like this, typically that's a sign of quality. Obviously, there's some logos that look like this and are just garbage. But this gave me like wings and horns vibes. Also, the material and quality of the item was pretty strong. There's not much on eBay, and the sales, it's less than 100% sell-through rate, but it's not bad. So took a shot. It took about, I think this took about 3 months, guys. So it's a long tail item. Like I said, the sales velocity is not there. It's just an online brand that I can find. I have no idea who sells it. But, if you see it, maybe take a shot at it. I wouldn't spend over $8 probably. I think $8 would be the max I spend on something like this, just because sometimes, you're willing to spend up a little bit for an item that sells for $30, but you also have to factor in how long are you going to sit on that. So, yeah, I Love Ugly, new brand for probably most of you. Some cool Renegade cargo convertible pants. These, I'm surprised took so long. I've had these forever, and they finally sold. So, and the reason I know I've had them forever is because these are pictures I've done. My wife's been taking pictures for me since early February. So this is at least a month and a half old. I priced it high because, well, it's a good item. So, yeah, cool, guys. I still keep my pants at $40. I do that for Prana and Cool. My shorts are typically around $30. I know the market has cooled on it. Cooled. Get it? I'm dumb. I know. I don't know why anyone watches me. But anyways, guys, stop pricing these below, $35. I don't understand why everyone is racing to the bottom on these. I still sell the living crap out of Prana, out of Cool. Their pants, I price them at $40 typically. I still sell them between $34 and $40 plus shipping on a consistent basis, and I'm not even close to the lowest of pricing. So raise your prices on this stuff, guys. People like the quality of these items. I wear Cool pants every single day until I can replace all my Cool pants with Origin pants or another company that like maybe Flint and Tinder, who produces their items in the United States. Until I'm able to do that, I wear my Cool pants because the quality's top notch. They're comfortable as hell, and I'm not gonna sell them for under $40. That's the gist of it. I don't know where I was going with that, guys. Here's a very, very good brand, guys. Poncho. If you don't know Poncho, it's like a performance fishing line. These are so you have like Columbia PFG. And then these feel like here's Columbia PFG, which is pretty solid. I mean, you could sell them for about $20. And then Poncho's like way up here. See, like here's my hand. It goes off the screen. every time I found this brand, it has sold well. This would have sold for probably $60, but it had an embroidery on it. It had Young Life embroidery. I'm assuming the person didn't give a crap because I priced it under market. Good price. I think I took $45 as an offer. This sold within a week, guys. Super good. Poncho. Get it. Travis Matthews for $35. I've been finding some new Travis Matthews items, and I cannot keep them in stock. I have found 3 total Travis Matthews items in the last, I don't know, month, and they've all sold within a week. So, yeah, I don't know, guys. It's one of those things. I mean, you're not going to get rich. I sold this for $35. Sticker price for Travis Matthews at the store is like $70 or something. But, if you find Travis Matthews, I still sell their polos. I get them when I can find them under $5. I sell them for $16.97 plus shipping, and they sell well on Poshmark and eBay for those of you who follow that. And, but yeah, I mean, $35 for brand new, didn't even have to haggle. We have Ben Davis. I don't know if any of you guys know Ben Davis. This was a very popular brand when I was in middle school. So this is like the retro 90s, Y2K, all that jazz. But yeah, very good brand. If you find the ones made in the United States, you can command upwards of $70 to $80. If this was the vintage hickory striped ones, you could command about $100 in good shape. So, yeah, Ben Davis, guys, $35. This sold within a couple days. I would pick this brand up regularly if you can. Johnny O, these were brand new as well. Johnny O is a brand that was really strong when I first started reselling and has definitely taken a dip. It's not as bad as Travis Matthews or FootJoy. I mean, God, have you seen FootJoy lately? FootJoy's regular polos and RLX polos, I have pretty much just stopped picking up. They have to have crazy pattern, and that's about it. Or brand new with tags or crazy pattern. If it doesn't have either, you're. But this brand new with tags sold very quickly as well. Priced at $35 plus shipping. Someone scooped in right away. I think these lasted in my store for like 2 days. Also, guys, I have been selling the crap out of shorts. It is still cold as frick outside my window here. Shorts are selling. People are gearing up for the spring and summer. If you have an inventory of shorts, get them listed right away. I was thinking about what Polish Pete was thinking on his, and I was promoting, and I don't see any of my items down here on his last video. I was just kind of curious while I was thinking about it. But it also may not have taken into complete effect yet. Hey, I think I know who this is. Does anyone know who this is? Because I do. Should we click on it? Nah, it's good. Yeah. If you ever see $8.99 shipping and you watch his videos, you know 100% who this is. He's a good guy. I would love to speak with him at one point. He's a pretty cool dude. I think him and I would see eye to eye on a lot of things. But anyways, getting to this shirt. This was one of the better sales last week. This is something that I spoke to my wife, and I told her, she goes, "You bought an extra small men's shirt?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Why?" Yeah, it's going to take a while. And I was like, because this is what sets me apart from the other people that I compete with in the thrift store. Guys, I'm telling you this right now. I'm just trying to see how long this video is because, okay, we got a few more minutes. You have to do your freaking research, okay? You have to know, one, what a quality item feels like, and two, do some freaking research. If you don't recognize the brand, that should be an automatic look it up. If you don't recognize the logo, it's an automatic look it up. There are some logos that command tons of money. There are some brands that command tons of money no matter what the hell the item is. Viore is a brand like that. Doesn't matter what it is. It's like minimum $30. Outlier is minimum like $40 to $50. an item, no matter what. It's that good of a brand. So guys, this is what I saw at the thrift store. Flipping through the shirts, I see this. And I go, huh, I have a feeling I know exactly what that is. Now, how many of you would have picked this up? I don't know. One of my goals of the channel is to teach people. This should not have been at the thrift store. Because when I looked at the tag, my thrift store dates the item. This had been at the thrift store for over a week, guys. People's loss, my gain, and this is how you verify www.outlier. Did a quick search of the button-ups. Came to the conclusion that it was the Northeast Pivot button-down. This sold within 2 days, guys, for $60. How many clothing items do you guys find that sell within a couple days for $60? There's not many out there, I can tell you that much. And here is the last item. This one took about a week and a half just because it's out of season. Got tons and tons and tons of attention on Poshmark. It also had tons and tons and tons of attention on eBay. These are one of those items that, like, if I could find 150 items this popular, I would be a rich man. I wouldn't be on YouTube, that's for damn sure. But this is Dandy Del Mar. You can find this brand on their website or on Huckberry. This is why it's important that you guys do as much research as you possibly can at the most popular stores, like not TJ Maxx. No one gives a shit about that. What's the other one? I don't know. There's some fancy stores. You go do some research there. But also find out what is the most popular websites right now. Huckberry is like way the hell up there. I've shopped on Huckberry. It's where I found my wife her golden earrings made here in the United States. But Dandy Del Mar, you can find it on Huckberry. These were just like an old style board short or swim trunk. I mean, guys, this thing was for one of the better board shorts. I don't pick up every board short I see. I'm trying to learn it before the summer really hits. I'm just trying. There's a couple brands I'm really investing some time in, but this is one when you see it. Birdwell Beach Britches, had to say that slow, is another amazing brand. If you see that, pick it up. And then there's some crossovers that are really good as well, like Andy Irons on Billabong. That's a really excellent brand. Check all that stuff out. But Dandy Del Mar, guys, if you see that logo, pick it up. You're going to make some money. But yeah, guys, that is the story of is eBay scalable. Like I said, my last 31 days, this is really altered by a $600 jacket. Also, I think sales, like, as you can see, the tail end of my February was pretty bad. I didn't start to see better sales until the very end, and it's been pretty okay. So that's eBay for you guys. My conclusion after phase 2 is eBay is scalable, guys. The metrics, the physical data that I have proves that if you're willing to put the work in, get off your ass and do the work, do the research, eBay is scalable. Is it hard work? Is it tough? Absolutely. And I don't think it's going to be something that everyone can do. But the second to that is if you're not cross-listing, you're also losing this battle. So I wanted to show, like usual, what sold on Poshmark, guys. These are all the souls? Yeah, this all the souls of my customers. March 4th through March 10th. Start here at the bottom. I'll show you some cool stuff. Untuckits, I've been pricing at $20. So if it's just a standard Untuckit, $20. If it's got like the performance material or linen or any other like luxury material, I price it at like $22, guys. Untuckit is like a brand that is clinging on to life, but I found that at $19.97 it sells pretty damn well. So keep that in mind. So if you're paying about, I'm willing to pay up to about $8 at max for Untuckit, because that leaves room for like a good double up or at least within my profit margin. Viore should have no technical climber pants, should have no introduction. You guys know what Viore is. Orvis Trout Bum is the only Orvis that I pick up unless it's vintage. Some of the vintage Orvis does really well. I pick up just about every single cool shirt that I see. Actually, just about everything cool I pick up in general. It all sells. It's like Lululemon, saturated as hell, tons and tons available. But you know what? If you price it right, it still sells, guys. Marine Layer. This was a result of... no, this is the Saturday pants. So these are cool, like little elastic waist pants. Sold for $30. Some Patagonia. POC. POC. I never really found this before. Picked these up on a whim. Could not find comps at all. I couldn't even find these shorts on their website. You know, I listed them for $30, sold on Poshmark within like 3 days. So I picked up I found another pair randomly. It's a different version. It's their trail shorts, which I'm going to price at $35 and see what happens there. Cinch is a brand that is pretty middling. It's really strong in their button-ups if you get it at the right price. I priced these at $19.97, and they do well. Here's again Untucked. I had to cancel that because that was a double sell. I've been experiencing that a lot lately, by the way. Outdoor Research is a brand I pick up at just about everything as well. It has been performing very well for me. Their shirts I price with the Patagonian Cools at $25. This one sold for $20. J. Crew is a brand that I've done a deep dive on. Maybe that's a good idea for a video. Brands that you see all the time, and the information that I've learned over time, and the research that I've done, and the research that you should be doing. Because I used to pass up J. Crew on everything. I didn't care about J. Crew. But I started doing research, started realizing that their jeans are very good. They also have a side brand called Wallace & Barnes. Look that up, J. Crew Wallace & Barnes. You'd be pleasantly surprised by that. And then some of their other stuff does really well. I know their suits, like their wool, they have a specific wool suit that does super well. I don't do too much with suits though, so don't look at me for professionalism there. But their jeans do great. And especially if you get the salvage Japanese ones, those are excellent. I mean, you're not getting ultra rich. Like, you're not getting $80, $90, okay? But you will get, on the salvage denim, price them at $40. I priced the regular, the Kiriba and the Kurubu, I think is how you pronounce it. I could be completely wrong. But they have two Japanese-style denim that they use, and both of those do very well. I priced those at $35, and then the salvage ones I priced up a little bit higher. Those are really good, guys. Look, just take your time with J. Crew, okay? FootJoy, this had a floral pattern and a big size. I priced this at $30, sold for $20. Athleta is also a brand that I've been digging deep in. I've been taking a lot more time at the thrift in the athletic section. So specifically, I've been looking up Nike shirts, just like your regular Nike running shirts. There's some of those that command a lot of money. In fact, I picked up quite a few of them. And Athleta is something that, if you get the right item, sells for good money. This I've had for a long time. These I probably overpriced when I bought them. These probably I wouldn't sell for more than $19.97. Nike shorts, just regular brief lined run division. Price these at $25, sold for $22. Prana. Bundle of Patagonia pants, like they're whatever. I'm not going to open it up. Built is a brand that, if you can get at the right price, sells for easy. I priced almost all of it at $20. The standard shirts, and they sell on eBay quickly. LL Bean, guys, is a brand that I've also been kind of slowing down on and researching a little bit more. LL Bean does well on both platforms. Here's my Prana pants for $40. Untuck It again. Robert Graham is a brand I've been trying to understand more. Obviously, the larger sizes, the better. The luxury materials like linen, silk, obviously those are pickups. But I've been just trying to play with the fact that I don't find these very often anymore. Last year, in fact, I found a ton of them. And last year, they just weren't performing. So I skipped on a whole bunch. This year, I haven't found hardly any. The ones I have found, I've picked up, and they've almost all sold. This was from my personal closet. This is the Engineer Crew short sleeve. I don't wear short sleeves very often, so I figured, why was I keeping this? It's just sitting there. Sold for 22 in less than a week, by the way, guys. Ariat Pro Series, these are like equestrian horse riding pants. Sold very quickly. Free Fly. Ministry of Supply is really good. El Bean again, guys. Relwyn. Now, if you guys... Relwyn is another brand that I sit here and go, how in the frick do people leave this behind? I'm going to click on this and I want to show you what Relwyn is. If you guys don't know, this bird here is going to make you a lot of fucking money. Pardon my French. This bird is going to make you oogles and oogles of money. This shirt had a frickin' stain on the bottom front and still sold for $33. Would have sold them for more, probably around $50. I priced it low. But Relwyn, guys, I've now found their jackets. I've found their shirts. Their jackets command over $100, almost every single one of them that I've sold. Their shirts sell between $35 to $50. Their shorts, I found their shorts once. Their shorts sell so freaking well too. These are the brands. Relwyn, Outlier. If I could just find 100 to 150 of these every single time I go, no one would be complaining on eBay. I'll tell you right now, everyone would be buying the shit out of it. Now, if I was finding that much, then maybe it'd be saturated and it'd be a dead brand. But I don't know. Relwyn, guys, do not leave Relwyn at the thrift. Pay up for it because it's going to sell and you're going to make money. Grayson shouldn't have doesn't need it's a great golf brand. These feel super high end. Now the market's come down on them quite a bit. Now if you get the like patterned ones, those are the best. Brand new Travis Matthews. I didn't know this sold. I did not know that this sold. This I bought this and I just did a preliminary research on it. You can see all the wear. I have no idea why I bought this. Like, it just has all these holes, had all these issues. And it sold for $10 on Poshmark. Hey, I didn't know it sold. My wife's been doing the shipping, so that makes me happy. Chubbies, this was a pair of 2 Chubby shorts. Again, Chubbies does really well. Lululemon shorts, Polo Ralph Lauren shirt, Marine Layer. Marine Layer does way better on eBay, or on Poshmark than it does on eBay, by the way, guys. And the last thing here is Peter Millar, sold for $28. Summer Comfort had an all-over print. Should have sold for more, but it didn't. Not going to complain. But yeah, guys, that is the solds and all my knowledge for the week of last week. Again, for your information, guys, I am doing phase 3, the last and final stage of the test of scalability. That test includes 2.1% promotions on anything over 30 days old. You can see that it's performing as expected. Just giving you a heads up, next Monday you're going to see these total numbers here. They're going to die. So this is going to be probably in the 10%, if that. Rest of search slots probably going to be in the 30, if that, if I'm lucky. This is probably going to edge up over 50 to 60%, and I guarantee that. How do I know that? Because we've done deep dives into promoted listings. We now know more what it does to your metrics, if that's important to you. It should be, but you shouldn't control how you deal with eBay. But I'll tell you right now, look at this. I got 24 more page views. My site views are going, external site views are going up, as they should, because eBay now considers promoted listings. It will do some off-site ads for you. And look at today, additional 19 page views. External site views are way up. Guys, even organic's still going up. Really good. I still haven't had a promoted sale, so I haven't had to pay for any of that. I'm assuming at some point I'll have to pay for it. But yeah, that's just your quick sneak peek into probably what's going to happen next week. I did get an INAD yesterday, so you can see the dwindling of sales from a really strong weekend. But guys, if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments section. If you want to see additional tests, additional metrics, more transparency, let me know. Let me know what's going on with you guys. I like to know what's happening to the community. Just guys, remember, like, subscribe, share my videos, and until next time, please do not forget to rule the day.